From LALATE News headquarters in Santa Monica, this is the Midday Report on LALATE.
Huge day with big news about your $1,400 third stimulus check. It will be landing by direct deposit tomorrow, March 24th. Your direct deposit of your $1,400 third stimulus check takes effective tomorrow and would be there the day after. But if it doesn't post tomorrow or the day after, then what? Away to paper check it goes. iOS confirms a large percentage of Americans are expecting direct deposit of their $14 third stimulus check, including those by SSI, SSDI, Social Security, and railroad benefits, would not get it by direct deposit or direct express card or by the major banks, but actually in the mail. Who is it? I have all those details as well. Meantime, it's 1 year since Wall Street crashed as the COVID surge occurred. What's happened in that 1 year? I'll show you what's happened and what could go on going forward. Meantime, Janet Yellen and Jerome Powell spoke minutes ago. I have a recap of their shocking statements about stimulus, and especially, is the fourth stimulus package going to involve raising taxes? Is the third stimulus package going to be supported by easing of inflationary concerns? I have all those details as well. Elsewhere, fourth stimulus, third stimulus is heating up across the country as several industries are now seeing major surges, and we're suddenly seeing things starting to go back to normal. And what will be happening next? Guess what? Some industries are working well and some are not. And I'll have all the details from Wall Street to Main Street, from your home to my home. Everything with incredible great news, including new calls to end the Senate filibuster as we go into the noontime hour with a new video from the White House. As Noontime LA gets underway, starting right now. It's a big day with a lot of news, and it starts with your $1,400 third stimulus check landing in your bank account tomorrow, or not. Or not? Yes. What do you mean, or not? Yes, or it may not. How are you? It's noontime. Doing good? Well, I have all the details for you starting right now, but if you first not subscribed, make sure you subscribe. I don't want you to miss a single video throughout the day, and this one may actually be a little bit longer because there's so much news. So get that cup of coffee and put your feet up because this may actually be a longer video. I have a lot of videos to show you, and I don't want you to miss a single thing happening across the board. Also, like this video, and with the thousands of you that are already in the live chat, I'll be joining with you in a second. I see you, and you see me. And if you're not become a member, consider becoming a member. Here's the latest breaking new details. $1,400 third stimulus checks will land in bank accounts tomorrow, which is the 24th, today, which is the 23rd, and the day after, the 25th, and that will be about it. If you do not see a $1,400 third stimulus check land in your bank account by about the 25th, then IRS is indicating it will land in your mailbox. Yes. This includes people on SSI, SSDI, Social Security, and railroad benefits. This includes people who got the first stimulus check by direct deposit. This includes people who got the second stimulus by direct deposit. It may instead land in your mailbox. This includes people who updated their information with a 2020 tax return to ensure that it came by direct deposit. You may also get it in the mailbox. This includes people who use the Direct Express card. They're expecting it to land on the card. It may instead land in the mailbox. This includes people who have been watching and seeing it and hoping it to land by direct deposit. It may land in the mailbox. So who would it not land in the mailbox for? This is the first time I've made that statement. Who would know it's not landing in the mailbox? That's an easy question to answer. People who have gone to the IRS Check My Stimulus Check tool and it says it's coming by direct deposit, or people who have gotten an alert from their bank that it's coming by direct deposit. Those are the people who simply know positively it's coming by direct deposit. If you don't sort of know right now, if you're watching this video in the middle of the day, I don't really know, then it's literally up in the air. It's literally up in the air whether it's in the mail or in direct deposit, and you won't know the answer until about the 25th. Let me tell you what's going on. IRS decided that this time a large, to use their word, a large percentage of you who are waiting for direct deposit won't get it by direct deposit. Rather, it'll come in the mail. Yes. And that mail will be a check or a debit card of your $14 stimulus check. That would be for the whole household. Remember, stimulus check is for the whole household. So the household can be up to 4 people, $1,400, adult dependents, children dependents, everyone gets $1,400, up to $75,000, 2020 or 2019 income. Yes, that's how it's working. Now, which banks are delivering deposits today, the 23rd, and which are delivering deposits tomorrow, the 24th? This is an easier one to bet because the big banks have already said that they're doing the drops on the 24th, tomorrow. Those are Wells, Chase, are among the big banks that they've told viewers this channel it's the 24th. Now, some viewers have also gotten alerts from smaller organizations that their deposits are coming on the 24th as well. Some viewers who bank at Direct Express Card have gotten an alert. It's coming on the 24th. But here's what I want you to know, is that these two things will likely not occur for you, and you could still get it by direct deposit. One, you are likely not to see a pending status before it appears. It may just appear as a deposit. Number two, you may not likely get an alert that it's about to post until it posts. Some people have just gotten the deposits and it just posts without a prior alert. So if you're one of the viewers who says nothing pending, nothing showing, nothing anything, that's not an anomaly. That's not unusual because most of the banks just put the funds in there. It just appears. Why? Because it's $1,500. Two, it's the IRS. They know the funds are good. Three, they've had the funds since last Friday. So they don't have to wait to clear the funds anymore. It'll just appear. So if you're one of those viewers who says, my bank is Bank of George, nothing pending, no alert, nothing, no warning, no nothing. What does that mean? Doesn't mean anything. It could appear in 10 minutes from now. That's how the banks are doing it. More about that in a second. Boy, I have a lot of stuff in this video, so stay with me to the very end. More about that stimulus check in a second. But minutes earlier, the Federal Reserve appeared with Janet Yellen before the House Banking Committee on regulatory issues and was asked about this pandemic, and these were his comments. Let's listen in to Jerome Powell when he delivered his prepared remarks, which you heard first on morning's LALATE.
The opportunity to discuss the measures that we've taken to address the hardship wrought by the pandemic. I'd like to start by noting the upcoming one-year anniversary of the CARES Act. With unanimous approval, Congress provided by far the fastest and largest response to any post-war economic downturn, offering fiscal support for households, businesses, healthcare providers, and state and local governments. This historically important legislation provided critical support in our nation's hour of need. As the virus arrived in force, our immediate challenge was to limit the severity and duration of the fallout to avoid longer run damage. At the Fed, we also acted with unprecedented speed and force, using the full range of policy tools at our disposal. Today, the situation is much improved. While the economic fallout has been real and widespread, the worst was avoided by swift and vigorous action from Congress and the Federal Reserve, from across government and cities and towns, and from individual communities in the private sector. More people held onto their jobs, more businesses kept their doors open, and more incomes were saved.
Later during the video, the Federal Reserve Chairman told the American public the following. He first said that the current inflationary worries are not true. He said there's no concern about inflation or price gouging or price escalation in this economy because he doesn't see that as a worry. Number two, he said the Federal Reserve will continue to provide stimulus to this economy, and this economy continues to need stimulus because unemployment numbers are not where they need to be, and because labor number and job creations are not where they need to be. All incredible great news signaling that stimulus for purposes of this country and this Congress will still happen for stimulus. The day also involved the President of the United States addressing the American people. And while the President of the United States addressed the American people because of the violence that happened out west, also heating up was a new news article in which it said that the President of the United States has met with Nancy Pelosi about the fourth stimulus package. Two reports detail what's in that fourth stimulus package. One says the president will do two potential bills, and the second report says the President of the United States will raise taxes or attempt to raise taxes with capital gains taxes, also with inheritance taxes, and also with wealth taxes. The president addressed the country about the violence minutes ago. Let's listen in about his comments.
Of his or her home and pins that badge on. The family member that they just said goodbye to wonders whether they'll subconsciously, will they get that call? The call that his wife got. He thought he'd be coming home to his family and his 7 children. But when the moment the act came, Officer Tully did not hesitate in his duty, making the ultimate sacrifice in his effort to save lives. That's a definition of an American hero. And thirdly, I want to be very clear. This is the one thing I do know enough to say on in terms of what's happened there. While we're still waiting for more information regarding the shooter, his motive, the weapons he used, the guns, the magazines, the weapons, the modifications that apparently have taken place to those weapons that are involved here, I don't need to wait another minute, let alone an hour, to take common sense steps that will save the lives in the future and to urge my colleagues in the House and Senate to act. We can ban assault weapons and high-capacity magazines in this country once again.
The president went on in his message to assure the American people that he will push for gun regulations. Also making news today is, of course, that one-year anniversary that the Federal Reserve Chairman referred to. And that one-year anniversary is really quite interesting because a new report says that in that 1 year, we have not seen the rebuilding of the economy you would expect. That new report says that in the 1 year, we saw the quickest bear market when the pandemic first hit. And since then, certain industries have continued to lag. The laggers remain healthcare, consumer staples, and utilities, up no less than about 30% since the pandemic's lows. Elsewhere, movie theaters are giving incredible great news. You won't have to watch a movie at home anymore because Regal Theaters announced today that after 6 months, it's reopening its doors. It's made a deal with Warner Brothers to deliver the film Godzilla and Kong, and then Mortal Kombat will play April 16th. Elsewhere, great news for people who make products across the board, because a new report says that your stimulus is helping international consumers buy American. There will be positive spillovers from the U.S. The fact that there is significant positive stimulus in the U.S. economy that will boost global GDP and will boost exports from the European area, says Chief Economist Philip Lang from CECB. Elsewhere, really surprising, as the gaming industry is on fire. Penn National Gaming CEO Jay Snowden told News This Morning that he has never seen gambling at its levels currently. Quote, "We had one of the biggest weekends last weekend that we have seen in years." His industry is now seeing that resurgence in both gaming, casinos, and also horse racing. And let's cut back to the breaking news. The breaking news is that $14 third stimulus checks will land in bank accounts tomorrow. The effective date of the direct deposit is March 24th. That effective date of March 24th is after banks had a last effective date of March 17th. On March 17th, these were the banks whose list grew very quickly later in the day with deposits. They were Citizens Bank have paid out stimulus checks, also PNG, Bank Chime, PayPal, NetSpend, Green Dot, People's United Bank, US Bank, PNC Capital One Bank as well, Lake Michigan, USAA, Union Bank, MetaBank, MX Bluebird, Navy Federal, BBT, and Wood Forest, along with Chase, Wells, Bank America, H&R Block Green Emerald card, and also the TurboTax card. What's important for you to know as you go into the noontime hour is that $1,400 third stimulus checks will land in some bank accounts between today, tomorrow, and the day after. But if you don't see it by the 25th, then what? It's going to come by paper check. How do you know for certain it's going to come to you by paper check as opposed to direct deposit? And what have you seeing right now? I'll answer that as well and jump into the live chat with you as this video continues, but stay with me in about 60 seconds. First, here's a little bit about today's programming schedule. If you want money right now, not 5 days from now, and not 5 weeks from now, then reach out to the community page. The volunteers can help you find that money for rent and utilities. That's at news.la.com/community. The community page features a series of volunteers who are viewers like you. They can help you find rent, utilities, SNAP, food benefits, mortgage assistance, and help you with eviction moratorium questions as well. Their Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram individuals reach out to them and indicate the city and state you're from, and they'll get back to you shortly. That's a community page. Volunteers working for you, viewers helping one another. Stay with LA for more. Join LALATE Daily for the excitement of the new LALATE live daily. The excitement starts on mornings LALATE at 9 a.m. Home LALATE returns at 11 a.m. daily. And then afternoons LALATE at 1 p.m. Join us daily as the excitement continues live from Santa Monica on LALATE. It's a big day as $1,400 third stimulus checks will land in mailboxes this week and also in deposit accounts tomorrow. Who's going to get what and where you're going to get it? Let me tell you all the details. How are you? It's noontime, LA. Having a good day? Hope you are. It's warming up here in Los Angeles. It's cold this morning. Boy, I see a very active live chat. How are you? Say hello. I'm going to jump in there with you in just a second. Saw some of your great questions and comments during the commercial break. If you've not subscribed, make sure you subscribe to this video. Boy, there's a lot of breaking developments across the board. You've seen live videos throughout the day. I'll continue to deliver you live videos. That's the platform that I have. I have the ability to bring you breaking live video from the Jerome Powell to Wall Street to the President of the United States on this incredible platform for you. So make sure you subscribe. Also, like this video. Let's try to do 2,000, 3,000, 4,000 likes. And if you're not become a member, like Delia Franco. Thank you, Delia Franco, for becoming a new Purple Hawk. Consider becoming a member like Delia Franco. And welcome Delia Franco to the family. The link is at the top of the chat and also in the pinned comment. $1,400 third stimulus checks. Where are they going to be? Bank account or mailbox? Which one? Which one? I want to sort of know which one is it going to be in. Okay, here's how you can sort of know or sort of not know. Let me explain. If you go to irs.gov and it gives you a result of where it's going to be, you're going to know. That's an easy one. So if you go to irs.gov and it says mail box, then it's mailbox. If it says direct deposit, then it's direct deposit. That's an easy one. Let's say you go to irs.gov and it doesn't have any information for you. Okay, so then what do you got to do? This is the next way you can sort of know where it's going to be. If you bank at the big banks, Wells, Chase, Bank America, Watch for March 24th, because 9 out of 10 times that will be the day in which it will appear in the bank account. Why? Because that's the way they do things. That's the way they did last St. Patrick's Day on the 17th. The effective date for that delivery was the 17th. They released the funds on the 17th. They did them exactly on the 17th, not on the 16th. Next, if you bank at a big bank, watch the 24th, tomorrow. If it does not appear in the big bank, thank you, Mr. Black, for the super chat, for the dancing pair. I really appreciate it. If it does not post into a big bank on the 24th, it's likely to be in the mail. Let's go to smaller banks, credit unions, and things like that. 23 today, 24, and 25. Does it post? If it doesn't post by the 25th in any of these smaller banks, including the Direct Express card, it's in the mail. It is in the mail. That's what IRS is saying, and that's likely what's going to happen. Now, you could add an extra day if you want, maybe the 26th, but it's in the mail. It really is in the mail. You know, this is my deepest worry, is that some viewers may sit back and say, no, it's coming in the mail. It's coming in direct deposit. I set it up for direct deposit. It is in direct deposit. It's absolutely, I'm like, no, it's not. No, it's in the mail. That's IRS's warning. No, it's not going to be in the mail. No, it's not. I'm worried that someone will not watch the mail because they're so headstorm to thinking it's in the direct deposit. And it goes in the mail, they don't check the mail, and they throw it away. Why do I worry about this? Because it happened under second stimulus. And at that time, we didn't know what was happening until that news report came out where IRS said, no, we sent some by direct deposit. This time, it's different. IRS's words are a large amount of direct deposits. Recipients won't get it by direct deposit. They will get it in the mail. A large number of people expecting by direct deposit won't get it in the direct deposit. They will get it in the mail. What about student stimulus? $1,700 of student stimulus. Reach out to your financial advisor at your college for that $1,700 of student stimulus. But what about the other stimulus items? Oh, boy. The reason why I'm tracking this stimulus check so carefully with you is I want you to get it this week. And then I want us as a family to start to focus on third stimulus, because IRS has a lot of fixing to do. They have to fix the $10,200 for unemployment tax-free from last year. They haven't fixed that yet. They have to fix how you get that earned income tax credit. They have to fix the $5,000 for child 5 to newborn, or $4,400 for child 7 to 6. They have to fix all these things. And guess who was asked about that today? Yeah, Janet Yellen. She was asked by the House committee today. Wait a second. You got a lot of stuff to fix there at Treasury, and you've just extended the tax deadline by 1 month. How are you going to fix all this? She said, we'll fix it. I got to tell you, if you watch that live feed, there was a part where I wasn't on camera, and I went and watched it while I was having a snack. Boy, there was one guy that read a letter from one of his constituents. It was shocking. He said there's a lot of stuff to fix here, folks, and you have a very short period of time to fix these things, so tell me how you're going to fix it. Let me jump into the live chat now and see some of your great questions and comments. Let's see what some people are saying. How long will it take to get the check if I don't get it on my card? Says Dennis Johnson. Okay, so now this is singularly the hardest question to answer, because IRS did not give us a clear answer about this one. Great question, Dennis Johnson. If it does not appear by direct deposit today, tomorrow, the 24th or the 25th, how long till it comes in the mail? Viewers of this channel have been able to find on irs.gov, track my stimulus, a delivery date of 26, 27, 28. Those viewers I'm not worried about, because you have a date, and it's actually coming before that date. It's the viewers who don't have a date, like Dennis Johnson's question. What if I just don't get it by direct deposit? Then what date? IRS's actual comment yesterday is over the next few weeks in the mail. Okay, I don't particularly like that comment because it's really vague. But that's their actual response, is that if it does not land in the direct deposit this week, then in the next few weeks. But great question. Let me see some more of the questions. What's the status on STIMI number 4? So the status on that one remains the same. And I got to tell you, it's a hot mess express. It really is a hot mess express. If you think doing March Madness brackets is difficult, try doing this one. You have Democrats from 5 different directions saying they're not doing it. And we don't even have anyone agree upon the bill, let alone getting the stimulus check. So the Democrats are demanding reoccurring stimulus checks in there till December. But the president's giving them a bill that they're saying they're not even doing the bill before we get to the stimulus checks. So it's just all over the place at the moment. I have a Elizabeth Warren filibuster bill video I wanted to show you, but I don't think I have time in this video. Maybe I will. Let's see. Andrea, thank you for keeping us updated. I'm on Direct Express, nothing pending, praying for everyone. So thank you, Andrea Wolf, for the comment. Some viewers on Direct Express have gotten that alert that it's coming tomorrow. Some have gotten no alert. My message to you is do not worry if you get alert or if you don't get alert, because it doesn't mean one thing or the other. Again, here some people have gotten the alert, March 24th. This was an alert the viewer got. If you can't read the screen, it says, a deposit will be available on your Direct Express March 24th. And it says the actual time. If you're a Direct Express consumer and you've not gotten this alert, I would not worry, because I've had a lot of people who have simply not gotten an alert. It may have to do with the way you've set up your alerts. It may just have something to do with the way they do their system. So I wouldn't worry about that at all. Great question. There's another person, Nadasha, no alert. Let me see some more of the comments. IRS Tool, Ruth Turner. IRS Tool says, I'll get my paper check March 26th. I received it today, March 23rd. It's dated March 26th. So this is a great comment. This is exactly what I'm talking about. Ruth Turner, she is among the viewers who constantly have the IRS Tool says March 26th, 27th, 28th, mail. She got today. There you go. She got in the mail today, March 23rd. The check is dated March 26th, which means that the effective date is the 26th. Her bank won't cash it until she brings it on the 26th. Thank you, Ruth, for your wonderful, wonderful comments. Let's see what else people are asking. Hugh Smith, do you think forced stimulus will get done with all this mess going on? Oh, my goodness. Let me find my camera. Do I think forced stimulus is going to get done with all this mess going on? Here's the problem. I don't know where the president thinks he's going to get the votes for it. And he needs to figure out who's going to vote for what. Here's the problem. He used to have just one group of people he had to deal with on the Democrats that don't support him. Now he has 4 different groups. He has one group of Democrats that say, we won't support anything unless you do it bipartisan with Republicans supporting it. Guess what? You tell a Republican you're going to raise taxes, they're not going to do that. Okay, next group. The next group says, we're not supporting it if you intend to have a program that'll just spend more money and won't pay for itself. Like, for example, infrastructure. If you intend to just build freeways, but you don't have the money to build it, we're not supporting it. Well, that's the second group of Democrats that are not supporting the group. Then you have the third group of Democrats who says, I'm not supporting unless you give reoccurring stimulus checks. Suddenly you have a lot of groups you got to support. And guess how many groups he has support for at the moment? So I just hope there's a wake-up call soon, because it's about as messy as I've ever seen it. Debbie, I agree, Elaine, about the 4th. It's really messy. I mean, it's just insanely messy. It's like someone's talking to a block wall and not getting through to someone. There's Tom Dangalo. Direct Express, nothing pending. I usually show something pending. Don't worry. Most viewers may not show it pending and may just appear. Sally Bristol, same comment, nothing pending. Don't worry, it may just appear. Linda Turnstile, nothing for Bank America. Bank America is a big bank, so I would say, Linda Turnstile, it should post tomorrow, March 24th, because it's a big bank. If it does not post March 24th, you're likely to be a mailed stimulus because it's a big bank. Lakeisha, LA, do you realize how wonderful you are? No, not unless I see some likes on the video that I don't know. No, I'm just kidding. Thank you, I appreciate it. Tia, hugs. People are giving hugs to each other. No hugs from me? What? Cassandra, IRS says not available. What does that mean? And IRS says no information available. What does that mean? It means that it doesn't like the way you're typing in the address. It doesn't associate the way you type the address for you. For example, it doesn't like the abbreviations you use. It doesn't like the directions you use. It doesn't like the way you type the zip code. It's a finicky instrument, and unless you type it exactly, it may not tell you. Let me see something. William, nothing pending. There's Nancy, nothing pending. You will likely not show anything pending because it'll likely just appear. Do they go by the address on your SSI and SSDI forms? Jennifer, someone asked that question before. That's a great question. And another viewer answered the question. They said they go off of what they have on your file, the manner in which you have your application benefits on file for. If I'm answering the question correctly. Oh, there's Lisa. Thank you, Lisa, for coming to New Purple Hawk. Keith, LA, you seem you got your head together. Why won't you just vote you in as president? You'll make everything happen so easily. Well, I would certainly get your stimulus checks out to you faster and easier than this mess. I mean, every time it's just, it's like Keystone Cop sometimes. So far, it's relatively calm, but, I would have got, these things are sort of obvious. What do you think about these children in the camps? Oh, boy. Let me get my video. Where am I? One of the things you do if you want to be transparent is you're always transparent. You don't be just transparent when you want to be transparent. The president was asked on the videos which I showed you with the press secretary last week and the week before, why doesn't the president go down to the camps, down to the border and see what's going on? He's too busy. What was he busy doing? Doing the Help Is Here tour, which is, it is telling the American people what that stimulus check help is, but it's also a political tour to help for the midterm elections. He even admits it is. So, don't be transparent some of the time. Be transparent all the time. Get your butt down to the border and get it down there right away. Don't get down there 3 weeks after it becomes a story. It's been a story now for 3.5 weeks, 4 weeks? And it's not 2,000 people at the border. It's 15,000, 17,000. Get down there. Get down there and show your face and stop telling people you're going to Las Vegas to talk about how wonderful you're doing things and how horrible Mitch McConnell was. We got it. It's a political tour, but go do the other stuff you need to go do. Meantime, one thing I have not said in this video. Oh boy, I got to mention this. Eviction moratorium. Eviction moratorium. It's expiring in just a few days. Yes. The CDC was asked, do you want to extend it? They said yes. So they asked the White House, are you going to extend it? No comment. No comment? So stay with me because we're down to the last minute on this eviction moratorium. Remember, it's expiring in just a few days. Let me jump back into the comments. I always forget to bring that up because that's a biggie. Wow, we're running long on this video. I told you we're going to run long on this video. Let's see what some of the other people are saying. If I can find my link here. Let's see. People are saying, can the check be forwarded? It can, the mail can forward the check. It cannot be countersigned. Someone asked that the other day. If, for example, that's a question from Pamela. So Pamela, if someone else gets your check, or no, Can Pamela deposit Pamela's check into someone else's bank account? No. But can someone take your check and deposit in their account? No. But can the mail forward the check? Absolutely. Arlene, hello, LA. Much love. LA is my boyfriend. Thank you. Lisa, good luck to everyone. That's very nice. Varo nothing yet, as 322 says Jada Brady. What about food stamps? Cassius, I haven't covered SNAP in about a week. Your food stamps are increased for 15% till I think it's September. And your PBT is now 15% increase. It's now national. And so a family of four, normally in Hawaii, would get $1,400 a month. Now you're getting $1,600 a month. That's $16,000 a year. So that is actually a separate executive. That was actually its own executive order. So you're fine with that as well. Let me see some more of the comments. What if you moved and updated your address? Queen Royal. That is one of the situations I worry about, where I'm worried that IRS may not know where you are located. That's a very deep concern, and it's a concern that can happen for a lot of people. Meantime, let's watch a video over the weekend in which Maxine Waters explains the benefits that are in the third stimulus package and the money that is delivered to millions of Americans. Let's listen to this video that's very informative about what's being delivered to you in this third stimulus package.
President Biden and all of the Democratic leadership for this wonderful, historic piece of legislation that we're voting on here today. This indeed responds to the needs of the American people during this pandemic. This is why I came to Congress to do this kind of work. And I'm so proud to be a Democratic member of Congress at this time. I want you to know that this bill not only supports education, gives stimulus checks to put food on the table, unemployment assistance, small businesses will be able to reopen and to stay open, and then everybody will have access to the vaccines that will be made available because of this bill. And it has been said more than once that this bill will take children out of poverty. They will be able to depend on regular assistance to them and their families every month. I'm so pleased that as the chair of the Financial Services Committee, I had in my jurisdiction $77 billion to deal with some very critical issues. This bill includes critical funding for emergency rental assistance, providing $22.5 billion to pay the back rent and future rent payments owed by millions of struggling families. And that is in urban communities, rural communities, Black, white, Asian, all folks will have access to this rental assistance. Combined with the funding for emergency rental assistance I negotiated in the December stimulus package and the $5 billion for 70,000 new housing vouchers that are included in this package, this bill is truly historic and will help people across the nation to remain safely housed. Thank you so very much, and I yield back the balance of my time.
And that was Maxine Waters, here from Los Angeles, originally from Missouri, St. Louis. If you're just joining me, earlier today, Maxine Waters had that major live feed, which I covered on this channel, where Jerome Powell and Janet Yellen spoke about your stimulus. Let me give you the big update where we are as of noontime. Boy, a lot of stuff. First, your $1,400 third stimulus check was sent out in its second and believed to be last direct deposit wave last Friday, with an effective date of March 24th. The big banks have already indicated they're making the funds available March 24th. That's tomorrow. Some smaller banks may release the funds before the 24th. Some other banks may release the funds after the 24th on the 25th. But all the banks that have that would provide the direct deposit would have the funds already. They are likely not to give you an alert ahead of time, although in some cases they have given you an alert. They will likely not give you a pending status as well. They'll likely just post the funds. These are all the banks. And while people have been asking about specific banks, which I always answer, it's the same situation. If you're on SSI, SSDI, Social Security, or Railroad benefits, and you bank at a big bank like a Bank America, Chase, Wells, Citibank, it will likely just appear on March 24th in the bank. It will likely not appear on March 23rd because big banks are not releasing the funds before the effective date. If you bank at a Chime or a Cash App or a Bank Corp or a Green Dot, viewers have seen the funds appear before the effective date, which is today, and also after the effective date. You will likely not show the funds pending because the funds have already been pending since last week. They will just appear. They will appear throughout tomorrow, the 24th, all throughout the day, not just at 12:01 or 12:02, all throughout the day and into the next day as well. And then after that, no more. After that, it's in the mail. If you do not see it post to your bank account by the 25th, it's in the mail. Understand this is every bank, including Direct Express, Comerica, and everyone else. There is no other wave of stimulus checks by direct deposit but this one, IRS confirms. You will get it today, tomorrow, the 24th or 25th, and that is it. There is no other deposit coming. IRS is currently indicating, of course, they can always change their opinion again, which they've done before. They are saying this is the round, and after that, it's in the mail. What date is in the mail? Viewers have gotten the alert of the 26, 27, and 28. And when it's the 26th, that means that that's the date on the check. Viewers, just like we saw in this live chat, who had the 26th date have actually gotten the check. One got it just today, the 23rd, in advance of the 26th check. I got to tell you, most of the time I've seen when a check from the IRS has a date, you'll get it about 1 to 2 days ahead of time. So what do you need to know? If you're set up for direct deposit and got the first stimulus check by direct deposit, got the second stimulus check by direct deposit, use Direct Express card, use Bank America, use anything for direct deposit, guess what? This stimulus may not be coming to you by direct deposit. It may come in the mail. How many of you? I predict about 50%. IRS says a large amount of you will be getting that as well. I'll have more for you as we continue today. Boy, we're coming out at the top of the hour, and that was a big recording, 42 minutes. Thank you for joining me. If you've not subscribed, make sure you subscribe. I didn't want you to miss a single minute. Also, like this video. And as we come up to the top of the hour, there's going to be a lot of breaking details. Wall Street's about to close. I have more videos from the White House, more videos from Elizabeth Warren. She has new statements about your next stimulus and what she's going to do, and a lot of breaking details. So make sure you subscribe. Also, like this video. Hit that like button. This video was helpful for you. Thank you for the viewers for your great questions and comments and for helping one another. And also, if you're not become a member, consider becoming a member. The link's at the top of the chat and the pinned comment. And stay with me as I'm back with you in just a few minutes as LA continues this afternoon.